Good morning, IG. What's up, my peoples? Okay, when I did a rant the other day, it was more like information, wishing everybody good luck for Fashion Week. All right, this, I'm going to rant. All right, so for those who know me, as long as I've been in this industry, I'm not about fashion. People are like, oh, you go to fashion shows, you're in Fashion Week. I'm not in Fashion Week. I attend Fashion Week events because majority of the models I've worked with, I've shot, whether they're assigned to agencies or I'd worked with personally or professionally. I had a mother agency that represented models that helped them get into bigger agencies, and I still do model development, which is what every professional photographer does. The goal is to shoot great talented individuals with great looks, great personalities who are trying to break in this industry of modeling, which is for commercial fashion, product placement, etc., etc. If you all know what modeling is all about. Okay, so and I did post up that I wasn't going to be involved in this season because one, I been under the weather. I hurt myself last season, so I've been keeping it low key. But I will say that I did go with a couple of friends last night, took a cab out, and to attend an event. And I'm not going to say any names of events, but it's getting to the point where, and I've always said this every season as it's evolved, that it's become a spectacle. I'm highly disappointed. Like I said again, I'm not into fashion, but I don't have to be into fashion as a man to know that if a man or men are going to go to fashion shows, majority of it, yes, we know, majority of the shows are women based, but men do wear clothes, and this is to my jabs at designers. We wear clothes, so can you start designing clothes for men? Maybe I'll drop a few names like Tom Ford, Oswald Boateng, um, designers who are not as popular but are as known. Even designers like Edwin D'Angelo. He comes up with some very exotic stuff that you would wear on vacations or even red carpets. I used to go to a lot of his shows. Sean John, Fat Farm, Hugo Boss, Tommy Hilfiger. There are a lot of black designers that are not as well known. Dominique Bones Lark, who does a lot of asymmetrical, a lot of color. He's got some really good stuff that are I could see in movies, in editorial shoots. And that's not nepotism just because I've known him. I'm just saying there are designers. Again, there's probably a plethora of designers that I'm not familiar with and I can't, anyway, what I'm saying is this. It's so interesting that now it's become such a spectacle where you go to these shows, you get invited. Um, these PR companies and promoters will send you invitations to photographers, to people of industry. And when you get there, you're like a fucking fan standing outside while it's supposed to be organized, but yet the popular people who are this new millennial now are everyone that's on the social media who's in the public eye that's recognized are the ones who are breaking the lines, and there's no organized way of allowing everybody to get in. If you set up an organized situation, let it be organized. But again, that's just me bitching and complaining because I've gone to too many events over my years, whether it's California, New York, Miami, and people have, just because of their celebrity, have felt it's privileged to just cut the lines. Anyway, what I'm bitching about and ranting about are the terms of the fashion shows. This season, I haven't attended any. I attempted, but just one. But anyway, looking through stories, I don't understand for these designers who I'm done seeing men in gowns and frocks and stuff that you're not going to see a man go to work or go to a party or hang out in or go to dinner in. It's not happening. I've always said it, and my close friends and people in my close circle have always known it. I've always said Fashion Week, excluding men's fashion days, because that's what it is. Not men's fashion week. It's fashion days. It's about 3 days. That started in July in 2015, which I liked a lot because it exactly shows designers that are designing for men. Again, moving on from that, it's become Gay Pride Part 1. It begins, pride is all over the place, but, it gives an opportunity for majority of the males who are very comfortable in their sexuality, as a gay community, to dress in drag. Last season, I went to, I'll drop a few names, V-File show, and it was a huge drag show. Now, not every designer that's contributed to that spectacle was, because there were a few things that were very streetwear, hoodies, sweatshirts, pants. I know there was the V-Files one when they had the yellow stripes or whatever, but majority of the stuff I was completely disturbed in regards to seeing very masculine men walking around in gowns. I don't care. That's not fashion. You want gowns, put women in it. I'm done seeing dudes go to these fashion shows in furs, in heels, in makeup, and the pocketbooks, and do you, again, and then you're acting extra. Fashion is fashion, men wear clothes. I keep saying this, it pisses me off. I'm not a fashionable individual. My friends know it. I'm not a fashionable individual. If you go to my closet, I have a lot of earth tones. I love the spring and the summer because it's all about sweatpants, basketball shorts, t-shirts, and hoodies. That's me on a regular. Even when I go out and people are like, oh, I didn't know you had a suit. I have dress clothes. I just don't wear them because I have no place to go to wear them. I don't know. It's just weird that, it's the people that should be attending these fashion shows are we photographers who help the models get them there. It should be the agents and bookers that help the models get them there. It should be the boutique owners, the writers of fashion magazines, store retailers who represent stores. It should be people that's going to help you promote the then and now, the vloggers, the bloggers, certain influencers, because this whole influencing thing is getting on my damn nerves, period. Everyone's a fucking influencer, all right? If you post something up and people catching on, you're a fucking influencer. Influencers is the new word now, but we've been there from day one. Photographers are influencers. Magazine editors-in-chiefs are influencers. We're the ones that's exposing certain things. So that new word. Musicians are influencers. Prince, Michael Jackson, Barbra Streisand, Madonna. We're influencers. So anything you've copied and become into a fad, you're an influencer. Okay, you've created something. Diana Ross, Motown, music, musicians. It's just become a pain in the ass. And also I'm getting tired of photographers, mainly white photographers. I'm going to say this really good. White photographers and photographers who have ulterior motives, who shoot a lot of black males, naked and in dresses and with these, it's not, I understand the art but of photography, but when I feel that you guys are abusing your prestige and your positions and preying, Preying, on the naivete of people black males getting into this industry. And let me, again, this is a rant, so I'm all over the place with it. If you look at my IG, I don't shoot that many women. One, because I'm very picky about the women I shoot. I like to shoot women of natural beauty. Now, beauty, as I say, is the eye to behold, and sometimes I'm not beholding it. So, the black woman with short hair does not mean you're a model. The black woman that's tall, skinny, dark skinned with short hair does not mean you're a model. You just have to be a very statuesque black woman with great skin and short hair. These are definitely not going to shoot names, but I know there's an associate who used to be a friend who has a camera now. He entitles himself as a photographer. I'm still considering him a G at WC, who shot this one young lady, and she's asked me to shoot her, and I'm like, no, I don't find her stunning. One, she doesn't pop. Two, and she's calling herself a model, but ended up at a fashion industry event and didn't know how to network. I think it would be easy for women to network in an industry party than men. You just go, you're supposed to be beautiful, and you you're like honey to the bee. They'll flock to you. But you sitting inside, not moving and trying to figure out who people are. How you find who people are is you go up and talk to them. When you go to these industry parties, you're in there for a reason. The perk of these industry parties is that it's open bar for an hour or 4 hours. Yeah, sometimes it helps people to be more relaxed, whatever. But once you have your cocktail in your hand and you see somebody that's not all over the place, those are the ones who are more laid back, are the ones who are the power movers. You can just see the way a person carries himself. But if you're in an industry event or invited to an industry event, you're being invited for a reason. That's either through invitation, via publicists, promoters, the people who are in charge of it, and or a friend who's like, I think you should come with me, or come out and hang out and just come to this party to be seen, to network, instead of just going there just to be taking pictures and posting it up on your social media that you're in this event. And you knew people with taking pictures with celebrities and showing to your friends that you're out every day. That's not networking. That's being very mixy, which I just learned that word last year. When are you working? You're in a party every night. When do you have time to get up and go to a casting and do photo shoots? It's the weirdest thing. So this is my rant for the first day, and part 2 is coming up because there's so much I just want to really rant about.